What's up, everybody? We back with another one, and we got a good one for y'all today.
What's up?
Y'all know my guests, you know what I'm saying?
What's up?
They always come chill with me when I need them to.
Yeah.
So, here we are. Y'all know us, we big on relationships and relationship talk. So let's get into it.
You got two females gonna gang up on you now.
Hey, here's what it is, I'm ready.
I don't know, we
I'm
might
ready.
all agree for the same
Yeah,
thing, to
yeah,
be honest.
you
Because I
never
feel
know.
like
Scorpio vibe?
yeah, for sure.
Y'all suck.
There we go.
We do not suck. We're passive aggressive, more aggressive.
Rare. Well, you had a question. It was about dating. Icks about dating.
Yeah, well, like your biggest icks on like relationships, potential relationships, like when you're scrolling through Tinder and you're looking, it's like, ooh. And then it's like, you can, because they most likely, if their first pictures of a truck or something else like that, the next couple of pictures is, ooh, swap it on. And then like some women is, because I don't know what it looks like on the men's side of the Tinder app. I see what's on a woman's side, and I'm telling you, sometimes y'all are stupid. And then for like one, they post for like, my biggest ick is like when you post a picture with like another female in your Tinder pictures.
Like,
I don't know if it's your sister or not,
Yeah,
but
weird.
if you're
That's
like
weird.
drinking alcohol and like stuff like you have like 6 pictures to choose from. So I don't just get that vibe off just that one picture. I kind of base it on all of them. But if I see you with another girl like in a picture that's kind of like, nah.
What am I
That's where
Yeah.
I see Tinder ain't that good for me, because as a man, I don't know about the women, but it seems like it go the same way with both. You swiping, it's like you're going for the looks.
Yeah.
So
That's all you
that's
really
the
can go
biggest
based off
thing.
of.
That's what I'm saying. It's the biggest thing, you're going for the looks. I don't want to pick nobody out no looks. You have a baddest chick,
Yeah.
and she be the worst out of them all.
Yep.
Because her head's so pumped up and this and that. Then you got the regular chick, nobody swiping on her because,
she's
she's
basic.
basic.
But
you know, so it's
the
like
basic
she don't get a chance
females.
when she probably the realest one off the whole app.
Yep.
So that's why I say you gotta give people a chance. I know a lot of people don't like wasting their time, but how you gonna know somebody if you don't start somewhere? You know? So it's like, I'm gonna chill with you because we all can lie on Facebook, everywhere, and just lie. I wanna chill with you so I can know you. If it takes 1, 2, 3 times, okay, but that's better than you not knowing nothing.
Yeah, but still, people put on a front for a good majority of what's going on too.
That's for
It takes
damn
a
sure.
long time
For
to really
damn sure.
to get to know somebody nowadays.
It
Because
is, it do.
I can front for the whole first year till I get what I want from you.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, I've seen it happen firsthand. You know, that's why me, I'm gonna say I'm clingy because I want to see as much as I can. I love to spend time with you, but I'm all the way around. I want to see everything. I want to see how you, even if you're on the phone with your friend while I'm sitting there.
I kind of see what
friends,
you're
your
saying
family,
like that. I
you know
wouldn't
how you
consider
talk.
that clinky though. I would consider
A
that
lot of
more
people do.
observative. What do you say it?
observant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of the person and how they want to be, because that's all I'm
But
about
the female
too.
gonna be like, oh, he too clingy. He want to see me all the time.
He's
Yeah.
talking. He this. He
Yeah, I
that.
do want to see you all the time. We building something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm trying to see if you even worth it. Let me be around you this much now, so I know.
What if they got kids though too?
You need
It's
to
like-
see that too.
But
Yes,
with
but
my
then again,
perspective though,
I'm not
I
bringing
don't-
my kids around you.
I get that.
yeah,
So-
I
that's
get
my
that.
biggest thing
Yeah.
and my biggest
That's why I
problem
say-
in this dating thing.
That's why I say you're gonna see other stuff. Talk on the phone.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm at work, I'm at home, or whatever, but I'm calling you, I'm talking to you on the phone. You're at home, you're around your kids. You know what I'm saying? I can get a lot from a phone call, a conversation, chilling. I can get a lot from that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if I'm on the phone with you and you, something going on in the house, you just go off on your kid for no reason that I can see from the other end of the phone. I'm like, man, nothing really happened, but you over here going off.
You okay?
Yeah, that's kind of weird. Kind of weird how you just did that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You talking to your phone, you're talking on the phone with your girl, you get out the phone, this bitch did it. Yeah, red
But he
flag.
was just doing this and this
Red
on
flag.
the phone.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? How you gonna talk about me?
Another thing
When
is
you're around your girl, we get out the phone. You gonna say,
Yeah.
this motherfucker. Nah.
she don't make the time
So,
to make that phone call
you
either.
can
She's
see a
really
lot.
not into you either.
Yeah, you can
Exactly.
see a lot from the small things, and people don't realize they're doing it.
Mhm.
It's like you're chilling with somebody for so long, or you let them talk long enough, they end up telling you a lot of stuff that they don't know they're telling you.
Right.
So, well, you give everybody a chance, you
That's
know.
true. Most people, like kind of like you said, their lies and stuff come out of their mouth,
Yeah.
whether they realize it or
Whether
not.
they know what
Yeah.
they're talking about or not.
Mhm.
That's really, really big too.
Something like
Because
that. I like to give people a chance.
you'll catch a person talking, they don't even know they're talking or what they're talking about, and you're like, we just had this conversation the other day, that's not what you said.
Yeah.
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 caught him up.
You flip flopping on some conversation. If you're flip flopping over that, what else can you flip flop?
What are you hiding?
Somebody goes deeper than that picture. You know, deeper than the fake stuff that she's putting on from y'all texting. You need to know a little more. You need to know more, so you know if it's worth your time later.
Yep.
But just that, I like to see how people move. You know, it's weird, but you really got to be observing of stuff.
Yeah. Especially if you come from a mom's perspective, like if you have kids. When it comes to that guy, we really do watch everything what that guy does and how they do and how they move and what they think about their future and stuff like that. I know when I go out and I talk to someone and want that try to, I guess, I really look into like what you do for work, like what you want in the future and stuff like that. Not because I want you to come in and like take over. That's not the case.
But you gotta have your own goals.
I want goals, and I want someone that's gonna come in and help me with my goals and proceed that. I have a whole line of a future going on, and I want to have someone tag along with me. Yeah.
I want to be able to push you further, so you need to be able to push me further. It's
really hard to let go of someone that does not help you do that.
Yeah.
It is.
That's another thing where it says you need to know a lot, as much as you can up front. You know, we're good, and I done fell in love, but now I get to meet your kids. Now I get to be around them, and then I'm seeing how you interacting with
You're
them.
a different person
and
around
I'm like,
kids.
whoa. If I would have known this 6 months ago, I wouldn't be here now. You know, so a lot of this stuff takes place. It could be a lot. It's not just your kids. It can be everything. Like you telling me this is your goals. When I get around you, and I know I'm able to help you with your goals,
you're not doing
and I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you about them. You be like, I don't even want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Like, wow. So
you can't be like that nowadays.
No.
We don't got time for that shit.
Nope.
I do not have time to sit and waste another 2-year relationship. I'm 23, but I'm about to be 24, and next year I'm gonna be 25. I'm not. I want to be married and settled back down. And actually, because I've been married, been divorced, been with a fucking relationship, was engaged and shit like that. I know what I want. I know what I deserve. I know what I want based on a marriage. So it's like, I don't have time to waste. I'm not going to waste your time. Don't waste my time. Like, at all. I'm a very loyal person when it comes to talking to someone or whatever, especially when I know that you're engaging it back.
Yeah.
I'm the most loyalist person ever when it comes to that crap. That's why I feel like I go to the Tinder or the Facebook dating because I get bored out of someone because of how they're acting. Because we observe everything. When you're on a certain routine of doing this for a whole 2 weeks the same way, and you just jump out of that routine out of nowhere, we notice. Okay, anyone notices if they're really into you. And when you start doing that, I'm not the type of person that's going to confront you about it anymore. I've been through a relationship where I've dragged that into attention and it's turned into an argument, so I'm not gonna drag that to you. I'm just gonna
walk away,
bounce out. And I know that's harsh to say, but you didn't really pay me respect. I know you're out there doing something, but I feel it.
Yeah.
So I'm not crazy. I know you might think we're crazy and I'm crazy, but I'm not. I know
that gut.
I know I've been
that
through too many gut feelings, and I've been so fucking right about those gut feelings.
Yeah. Exactly.
Not doing it.
It's a lot of times you already know. You can sit there and you can bring it up and okay, so it's an argument now. We could have just had this conversation, been on the up and up. Now we got to argue for a fucking week. And my thing is I'm not gonna back down. I'm gonna piss you off because if I know I'm right, I'm argue. Oh, I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna argue.
That's where we're different at though. I'm not even gonna do the arguing. Like if I'm just dating, I'm not even gonna do the arguing. I understand if we deep, I'm gonna have a conversation.
And a marriage
and it might
is
go and it
different,
might
but
go
if you're in a relationship and arguing,
you realize you ain't got that time.
Yeah.
Why waste my time? Okay.
If it's something really.
And if I know I'm right, and you just feed me bullshit so we can get back cool, so you can keep doing your shit, just waste of time. So we'll walk away.
I'm confrontational, so.
Yeah. A lot of people are like, he didn't even say nothing to me. He just said, fuck me. Yeah. You know why though? You act like you don't know why, but you know why.
Yeah.
I quit talking to you.
Act stupid and stuff.
You know why. Man.
What's your toxica when it comes to like relationships and stuff like that?
I'm confrontational.
That's your most like.
It's gonna lead to a fight with me.
Really?
Yeah. Like, and it can be basic something just stupid, and
Do you think that's probably because like your past relationships or past
just
like,
because
and not relationships with a man, just in general of
everything, like
always
anybody,
having to be fucking defensive over everything.
Yeah, anybody can lie to me. Anything, but like I've always been on the defensive. Like not always in my relationships, but in my like my dad walked out. You know, everything I've dealt with, I'm on the defensive, and I'm gonna, if it's fight or flight, I'm gonna fight.
Right.
And that's like a lot.
That's fucking tough to have to live through because I know exactly what you mean. When I worked at the fucking factory, like this last year, I had a hard fucking time of having to feel that way. When I was at work and shit, moving fucking fast, you know them old motherfuckers be like, "Why are you moving so fucking fast? You have all day." Well, motherfucker, you don't realize that what's playing in my fucking head right now. Just moving fast. Release, like it really does because I'm not at home. I'm not somewhere where I'm substituting that shit and everything else. I'm at work and it's moving
just
fast,
constantly playing. Exactly. Yeah.
But I know that fucking feeling. That shit, that sucks.
It does, and I mean I've dealt with it my whole life, and then dealing with all the issues just at home, and then 2 of my best friends passed away too young. Like so, everything for me, like I'm very like besides with anything in my I'm confrontational. So you're not gonna tell me this, that, or the other. And then even with me and if there's like we don't fight a lot, but when we do, I won't back down. And that's very like I know I'm toxic in that situation because I'm not gonna back down. And a lot of times he will or he won't. It depends on what it is. But like I've been that way my whole life though because of everything I dealt with. Like my mom, when she left my stepdad, she was never around really either. Yeah. So I mean everybody dipped out. So it's my fight or flight response, I guess.
Right. What's yours?
Oh no, me next. I would say when I meet someone, and I usually am a really good listener. So and I make really good eye contact with people when I talk to people, and if I can see that you're. Wait, hold up, scratch that, hold on. That's a kind of a confusing way to say that. I guess I'm really mean with my words. And that's a Scorpio thing, it really and truthfully is because...
To a T.
I love for people to talk to me, and y'all can talk to me about your most deepest, darkest secrets, and I will never, ever in my life just... tell anybody else shit.
Yeah.
But when I have told you about stuff about me or just something and you say something just the slightest bit that triggers me, but it takes me a lot to get triggered to me actually hurting you with my words.
Yeah.
I don't like to make you feel stupid or anything else, but I don't intentionally try to when I argue with someone. That's just how
your words are.
Yeah, that's how I talk.
Yeah.
Or like.
And a lot of people can't handle that. It takes a strong person to be able to deal with somebody like that, though.
It truthfully does, because I mean
because when you're mad, you're gonna say whatever to hurt that person.
And I will dig deep down, and I don't care how because I want to see how you react to it.
That's
if you hurt me that bad, if you hurt me that badly, and I say those words, I'm saying those words. I'll say the same sentence. And I'll see how you reacted to that. And if that deep down, okay, bet.
Yeah.
5 seconds later, I'm going to say something else. And I just dig the whole lot fucking deeper.
Yes. That's a
Scorpio Don't push me to that point. I don't like that feeling.
I don't get there until, like I said, you push me.
Yeah, because I'm the most chillest fucking person. I have anger issues when it comes to certain little things. But I'm also the most chillest fucking person ever. So when you get me to that point of being mad, I can't help but my words to say. And... if you can't take those fucking words, I'm sorry. But you shouldn't have pushed me to that point because I didn't do that to you on purpose. Yeah. I come all the time with open hands, niceness, a big old smile. But don't make me mad. Don't stab me in the fucking back either. Because if you stab me in the back and I might not say nothing to you at first, especially just depending on who you are, but then I'll wait until you might need something or... just certain situation, I'll wait to figure out what I need to do at that point.
Ammunition.
Yeah, basically.
My problem
because I don't have no friends really. I have certain few that I talk to on a daily basis and stuff. So when it comes to someone saying something this, saying something that, back when I was like 20, 21, those were like my times where I was going to a club, working as a cashier and shit, and you had all those motherfuckers talking. Let me brothers and sisters. Motherfucker, you got it from her. And you're supposed to be my best friend, but you're not backing me the fuck up. But then I understood where she come from because that's her sister, that's her brother and shit like that. I get that. But there's a point where you draw a line on your best friend or your friends and stuff like that. You got their back.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't get that fucking often at all.
Nope. Nope.
Especially with girls. Girls are the most, they look at you so jealously. They look at you like, looking at her, what can I point out to
just make her feel worse and make
Yeah.
her feel better.
Or in the ones that just like, if they're ones that are cooler with the guys or whatever, then they're like talking badly about the other girl.
To the guys.
For guys' perspective, I'm sorry, girls. Guys do not find that fucking attractive. If any, I'm sorry, the most realest ones, if they listen to you talk badly about another female, that is the most reddest flag ever. And if they don't point that out, then they're not a fucking man themselves.
Mine is, I mostly hear females talking shit about their friends.
Mm-hmm.
That was I mostly hear. On the other hand, the other part of it is you hear your new chick talking about your ex. Oh, she's ugly.
I'm guilty of that sometimes.
Me too.
It seems like
Because they are, but it's not that I'm coming at, like, if there was another girl and they didn't know that I knew that person and I seen them talk badly about a person, I'd be like, why are you saying like that? And I'd be like, well, she is pretty. I don't care if that's my baby daddy's other baby mom or not. She ain't ugly. I mean, she is, but like, someone else talking about her, you can't do that. I have my own opinions with him, but if someone else gonna say shit, I mean, you can't do that.
Yeah.
You can't really, I mean, as much as it's human, it is, but there's someone else doing the same thing about you.
It's a never ending.
Mm-mm.
It's just a
That's-
circle.
That's the same way I don't get how females can, I'm gonna call it secret beef, jealousy. How one female could be around this female their whole life but be jealous of them the whole time.
I don't get
The
that.
whole time. And I'm like, what's the problem? That's me. I want to go deep with it.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you jealous of her? You know, what did she do to you? If she has something you don't have, you know how to get it. You bust your ass, go get it. You can always have the same thing the next person got.
Yeah.
So why be jealous of it? Especially your whole
Because
life.
a lot of females don't want to work for what you have. They would just want to hand it to them.
Or they want to tag along.
Yeah.
You had this when you were younger. You had the nice house. She had the crap house. Jealous of you. You had all the friends at your house. Nobody was at your house because it's the crap house.
It really
Jealous.
goes by.
And it goes when
goes
you
deep.
get
It
older.
does.
When you get older, it's the same way. You know, she got all her shit together. I don't. She been with the same guy. He takes care of her. He spoils her. So now I'm gonna go from just being flat out jealous and saying, "Oh, you've been spoiled all your life." No. Yeah, I've been taking care of my life, but I know how to get my own too, and I do go out and get my own too. But
Yeah.
you're still seeing that as, oh, somebody's always taking care of me. So I never got that. You see it a lot in women.
Mm-hmm.
But I could never understand why it's like that. I'm like,
But that's why you don't see a lot of females who have a crowd of females around them mostly fake as shit. The realer females, you don't see them with a lot of. They don't.
Not alpha females. no.
Yeah.
So when it comes to like the whole
I was never a
the whole
jealous
best
person,
friend
so-
jealous of a best friend and crap like that, then you weren't really a friend in general if you were
you're that
jealous about the
jealous of
certain
me.
situations, because there's a death do us part best friends and crap like that. I've had best friends like our mom. This topic is a great, really like a situation because my mom, they all got pregnant in the same situation. There was like 4 or 5 of us, like a couple months apart, like
Yeah.
1 month, next month, all of us. Okay, we all grew up around each other, and one of them, like her name, like we grew up together and stuff like that all the time. Well, then we kind of grew apart once I got like 4th grade because I played basketball. She lived in Jonesboro. I went to West Side and stuff like that. I became snobby. She was just with her. She was rowdy and crap like that. Well, we did not freaking talk to each other. She went to Memphis. After that, she lived with her dad. We were not close friends. We kept in touch with each other. But I felt like our parents and our moms like labeled us as best friends because they were best friends and they grew up with each other. But what they don't realize is like I thought a lot differently than that person.
Yeah.
We are different lifestyles. We think differently, whatever. She had dated my baby daddy like way before I knew of him, and I didn't even know they had dated and stuff like that. And me and him had met on Tinder. And when I talked to her about this is when she came back from Memphis, and I felt she was living here in Jonesboro and stuff like that. And she was like, "What's his name?" And I said, "Zach." And she's like, "Where's he from?" And I said, "Paragould." She said, "No way. Is it so?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "There's no way y'all know each other, right?" And then she's like, "Yeah, that's him." And I'm like, and she kind of was like stood up and was like, not stood up, but like kind of made a big deal about like, you're my best friend, you can't date my ex like that. And I'm like, hold up, bitch.
For starters, we're
not friends like that. Because another girl that I grew up with, the same circle, I respected her more than that girl. Yeah. And me and her, we don't talk like that either, but I respect the Selena better than the other girl.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't hold you respect like that, Kayla. And for as far as I know, that was like 2 years ago. I didn't know nothing about y'all guys.
Close for you to tell me who.
So when we started, we dated for like 2 years and 3 years, and then I had a kid with him. So it's like, do you still want him now? Like, what's the big deal? But that's the whole, she was jealous of what? The best, like she was making up a whole bunch of rumors and stuff like that. Why couldn't you be happy for me to say, hey, I just came from a toxic marriage. I'm with someone that actually makes me happy and stuff like that. Yeah, I went to shit now, but in that time, 2 years, it went good.
It was good. You
we had a kid together. You couldn't be happy for me. You were jealous, but what were you jealous of? Because you didn't get that whole the mom, the kid, the marriage, all that stuff. And women do really get jealous of that stuff because
before all that,
they don't get it.
Their relationship didn't work.
Yeah,
that's what I don't get. Your relationship didn't work. Why are you mad about this?
Because a lot of females see if it didn't work out between me and him, they don't want.
It's not. They think that it's not going to work out with another.
And then
female.
when it does, they're like, "Damn, okay, so why her? Why this? So now I'm going to throw shade at her because what did she do that I couldn't do? Blah blah blah."
And everything. But it all goes to about what the fucking guy wanted to do.
Yeah.
And how much he fucking likes you nor loves you and everything else.
Yeah, because it's not all on the female either. Because a dude can sleep with you, say he gives a fuck about you, but really he don't. If you're not that female that can pull him out of that phase and all that, it don't matter who you are. That man has to love you enough to change for you. You can't make a man change.
They say the more you stress a guy out is the more they tends to love you. Depending on what situations, I feel like when you stress them out, but take care of them in different situations,
they're gonna deal with it.
Yeah, they're gonna stay in whatever you fucking put them through.
Baby, I promise you, I've stressed those out.
Exactly, but you unstress them in other situations.
I will take care of that man to the day I die. I'll do anything in the world for that man. But I promise you, this mouth, I don't know how I made it this far. I promise. That's why I say that in my mouth. And see, I can run my mouth all day, but I don't be trying to be mean. I swear, I'm probably the only female that can push O to his limits. Because, like you said, you can say stuff sunken.
And that really goes to how much he respects you, how much he loves you, and everything else. Because when like our whole toxic, me saying my words mean, with my second baby daddy, with my words, I pushed. And pushed, and he still stuck around for the most longest after we apologized because we knew it was just anger and everything.
You're mad,
and
I know once I get him there, I know what's finna come. But it's just
I don't care how you feel. I say what I gotta say. I shouldn't have got there. That's how I feel like you shouldn't have.
Yeah, we should have got there in the first place.
I walked away. I did this. I did that, and you kept pushing. Oh, I gotta say something to get you the fuck away from me.
Yeah.
If it hit you hard.
That's a guy. That's a guy thing. What did you just say? Repeat what you just said, because I'm a witness to a guy. My baby daddy actually saying that something to me because we were arguing so badly and stuff like that. He said we both do that, okay? But coming from like I was with where he's like a male version of me. Yeah. So when I digged like that, he digged like that just to get me away from him.
But see,
that's all we want because that's why we walked away. That's why we went to go get some air. That's why so we can calm down and we can come back and start this. We can talk. We still gonna talk about it later, but we gonna come back at a calm part and start over. So we keep it cool that time. But if you keep pushing, I got something for you. And I really need you to get away from me because I'm up here. So if you keep going, I'm going to say some shit. It might hit hard. But I'm saying it so you can get away from me. Mm-hmm. Just please leave me alone. Because that's all I've been asking this whole time, but you haven't done it. So bam, here you go. Sorry, not sorry.
Yep.
Take it how you want it. Get the fuck away from me.
You gotta be brave too on the other side of that stuff. And I think that all is like a whole, like if you are really committed to a relationship, you don't get that in return from the other person saying, okay, I'll let you have your time.
I don't know. I push until he gets there, and then I push after it for a little while just to see. But that's what I'm saying. That's just. I grew up in it. I seen it. That's just who. And I'm surprised he's dealt with the ones that. But we don't fight a lot though. But when we do fight, it's a breakdown. It's when we actually get into
those couples that don't argue. Argue. They might argue. They can't say you don't ever argue, but when you argue about like deep shit,
it goes there.
It goes deep as fuck.
Yeah. A lot of relationships don't make it to that no more though.
Nope.
Because a lot of days people just dating to have sex instead of getting to know each other first. You know, a lot of they doing that, or they trying, what can I get you to do for me, and stuff like that. And it never goes deep to where it's like, let's build this relationship. Mm-hmm. Let's do this. Everybody on survival mode.
All the time, you can't really do that.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're really living through a survival mode 24/7, I'm sorry, you can't function. And I'm coming from saying this from someone that lives through that daily. Like, I'm not talking because I'm out of the situations. I'm talking from in these situations now. I'm always on who the fuck's gonna stab me in the back next? Who's gonna say something bad? Who's gonna look at me wrong for doing this? Who's gonna judge me by that? I mean, it's a fucking situation all the time.
And it sucks for the person that's really being genuine and is trying to build something. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, man, that's when that person again, that's when his anger comes out, when he gets upset, because he's like, man, I've been planning it right by the book this whole time, and this is what comes of it. Keep pushing me away.
Was that's one of your things that says, why is being a good man all the way around not enough? Why is that comes like, I know when like they argue and stuff like that, because I've been in like 2 serious relationships, and at the very end of it and stuff like that, they've come back like, I'm never enough for you. My husband, I'm sorry, you were not. Okay, I knew you when I was 15. We were together all the way up until I was 20. I was a kid. Okay, you can. With me, I'm a Scorpio. I change all the time. I could be a different person in the summer than I am in the fall. Okay, it all goes on how I feel, and just everything around me. And I changed so much in those years that I wanted so much more than just getting by in life. I love the family environment, and I think that's what kept me around so much. But the whole arguing every single day, I'm married to him, but I can't really tell if he's going to tell me the truth about something. Yeah. And trust is a very big thing. And I looked at him when you've been through so much and you look at someone differently and you look at them and you don't really feel nothing, it's time to go. Yeah. And I asked for divorce like 13 times.
Damn.
Wouldn't give it to you.
No, it wasn't that. I really did stick around because my kids and stuff. And I was with him from 17. I moved out with him at 17, had our kids and stuff. So, and I was a cashier. I couldn't make it on my own. I mean, I did once we split up, but that's what kept me. And then I snuck out and did other shit to get the divorce, actually for him to get the fuck away from me. And when we separated, I took care of it. And, I got other jobs and got more hours and stuff like that. But I think it all he kept saying he just never was enough. And you're right. It's not that you're not enough. It's that you're not enough for what I want to be, Jacob. And I'm sorry, but it's just how it works. We grew apart. And you're just going to have to accept that. And they took that anger out. Like, guys take out anger like that on women, especially if they loved them and they don't know what the freak they did wrong and don't know if they're angry about it. And then the other guy, it's like, he will never be enough because he doesn't have money, and that's not the situation. There's a lot more to it than money, than when it comes to not being enough from a guy. But for a guy to not feel like you're not enough, I understand, but I don't understand at the same time. Because I shouldn't have to, not express my feelings and stuff for you to not feel like you're not enough. Because I know sometimes if they're doing the same, well, am I not enough? I feel the same way, but why? Why do we not? Why do y'all feel like y'all not enough?
I mean, that's the thing. These days, I'm gonna go with these days because the last few years I've seen a lot. So you could be the person that works. You can pay all the bills in the house, not just 50-50. You can pay all the bills. You can be there for them, their kids, everything. You got the wants, the needs, you know, you love them, everything, the whole 9 yards. And you're giving them everything they want, but they can still be out here doing other stuff. Still be out here in the streets playing around, playing games, you know. So why are you out there doing all that?
Because they wanted you for what you could give them, not for you.
How old are these people? You know what I'm saying?
It's a lot of females our age that are like that.
I mean, you're completely right.
During that talking stage, ooh, you know what I'm saying? I want the family, this and that, this and this. But yeah, I've been through all this and that. But this is what I'm ready for now. And you give them what they're ready for now. But they're not ready for that.
As badly as I say this, when it comes to a female and to a guy, you could have all the money, you could have the looks, but it all goes deeper on like the whole sexual, the whole how you give them attention, how you just do certain situations, honestly, because you could be an all great guy, but if you don't do something that you might find really dumb, that she might not like, she just might be stupid and go do whatever the fuck she wants to do, and don't really be genuine person like a human, just, well, I can't really drag him along for that. But that's why you got to be upfront about it. Hey, I don't know what the fuck I want, but that's a conversation too. Like, if you have that conversation with someone on an app or just in conversation, like, what are you looking for? That's probably, you're looking for probably sex and stuff, right?
That's the best thing to do. Is like you said,
A lot
you
of
need to
people
let
don't
it all
want
out
to
up
say
front.
that either, though.
Let it all out up front. If you just want to have sex, tell me that. 90% of men be like, all right, cool. That's what we're doing here. If you want a relationship, that's what I need to know too. I need to know as much as I
And
need
you gotta
to know.
accept that shit and
Yeah.
move on,
I
because
need to know as much as I
you
need to
keep
know.
tagging and tagging and tagging and tagging that person, like engaging that person, and they just, nothing's changing. You're gonna keep pushing that person, and it's like they're gonna get annoyed with you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I need to know everything I need to know before I hit raw. Put it like that. Before I hit raw. You know what I'm saying? Or create another soul tie when we ain't shit to each other. You said you wanted this, but when all you wanted was sex. Should tell me that up front. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Because these days, people got to be real with themselves and know their value. You know, they tell me to stop thinking what you did. Okay, it goes both ways. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It goes both ways.
it really and truthfully does.
I'm all about, like you said, we at this age, we ain't trying to waste no time bullshit. You know what I'm saying? We trying to put our head on our shoulders and do this thing called life best way we can. Not to be out here wasting it.
Yeah.
So, why people can't be more upfront?
Because nowadays, a lot of females need to be took care of, but they don't want to say that's what it is.
I get that too, because of the fact that, like I said, if you feel like you ain't more than enough and she's out here doing this, but you leave her alone because of all that, and say you go back to your ex that was doing everything right, now why is that person mad at that? Yeah,
Because it's all just jealousy. She didn't want you to be with someone else that was going to do that she didn't want to do.
Because I wasn't enough. So you was out there doing that. So when I go to somebody who is enough, who I'm enough to, why is there a problem? That plays a big role a lot of these now too.
You have a certain amount of time that a guy or a female, and I would say, because I'm telling from a guy, I guess, we have a certain amount of freaking time with y'all that y'all have enough, or y'all give that opportunity to like do whatever, and then when that time comes, y'all don't just like how females do. We don't just gradually just say, okay, I'm done. We get to that point.
It takes
and
a lot of things to finally say I'm done.
Yeah, it really truthfully does. And if you're in a relationship where you don't feel like you're enough,
speak on it.
you have to. And if you can't speak out of it, you gotta get the fuck out of that shit.
People don't speak on it.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you think that you really aren't, like, you do the laundry, you clean the house, you get this guy's like work clothes ready, just do but you're a girlfriend, but you want to be a wife, but you're arguing with him about who the fuck he's texting on lunch break, or why is he not texting you on your lunch break and shit like that. I'm a person that's been through this, so it's like, I think I did that because of my past relationships, but he wasn't fucking doing nothing. And he's going to working these 46 hours and coming home, and I did all that stuff, and he's not acknowledging any of that stuff because why? I just argued with him for the past 30 minutes over what? because what the fuck he just did at lunch, what he did or didn't do, or what I thought he did and what I thought he didn't do. You know how many times I have done that and I have like told myself right after that situation or in the middle of the argument, it's like, what the fuck am I doing? Just stop. But when you're so mad, or when you just, the knowledge of you just not knowing what the fuck happening, you just keep on going and going and going. And I think that's of a scared panic, that you just keep going at them because you really want to know the truth. But I think if you keep going and going and going, no matter what they say, it's not.
None of it's enough.
No, it's not.
Until you.
And I don't know if that's a female thing or just like a mental thing.
Yeah, I think it's more mental than it. Well, I don't know though, because I'm the same way. Like I'm good.
I crave answers. Until I crave
Until I get the answer I want, I'm gonna ask you the same question 19 different ways until you can answer it how I need it to be told.
Yeah.
I'm real bad about that.
And I think I got that from my mom.
I just think I'm crazy, but I mean,
my mom is batshit crazy.
I will though. Like I need my answer in my way, or I'm not gonna understand. I'm real bad about that. I will go for days. I'll leave it alone for a little while. Now again, back with this. I need the answer my way.
Because I'm still thinking about it. So
yeah,
it's like if you.
I can't shut my head off until I hear it how I need it. So.
Yeah, because in my mind, and my mind freaking crazy. I could say like, well, he probably really did think that out, and how he said that he come up with a whole fucking lie just to get away with it.
Yep.
Like, my mind is really crazy.
I will create 15... Boy, I'm telling you.
Like, you know the locations on your Snapchat?
Boy, I have a whole scenario in my head how it all played out.
For real. And if y'all... Like,
and then if y'all answer don't match up to my scenario,
we're fighting.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Because
I hate it. I hate that with me. But that's something I don't want to be in a relationship again. If I go in my next relationship, I don't want that shit. I don't think anybody wants it, but it's just for a female. It's not for me.
It's the same way people don't want.
Because I know it's possible to be reinsured. I know it's possible to make me happy. And it doesn't take a lot to make me happy. Mm-hmm. But when you do the slightest bit of thing that gets me doubtful, the doubt is what
it creeps in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's
so and men that love you and men that want to do it knows how to cut those fucking doubts out for you, no matter if it's a little bit or the biggest thing.
Mm-hmm.
So
just like nobody wants to have the uncomfortable conversations. You know, you're new in a relationship, you got shit going on in your head, but you don't want to speak on it because you know it's uncomfortable. It's gonna be an uncomfortable conversation because y'all not used to having those type of conversations. So
like what though?
The stuff that's gonna take y'all further into y'all relationship. Y'all lovey-dovey, that's all y'all have been. So now you got something on your mind, like man, we need to have the conversation.
I guess I haven't been in that situation in quite some time. Like been in a really like situation to talk to someone, like talking to someone to get that feeling. So I really don't know the whole being afraid to talk about something, because most of the time when I was needing to talk about something, we talked about whether it was gonna make me feel uncomfortable or him uncomfortable or not.
Like I've had some people come, you know what I'm saying, when they start that conversation, at the same time of them starting that conversation, they know it's gonna be the last conversation. You know?
Like a breakup conversation is what you mean?
Yeah, it's not meant to be the breakup conversation. It's meant to ask.
Oh, that stuff, you made my chest hurt on that.
It's meant to ask It's meant to ask a question that's been on your mind.
Mm-hmm.
But when you ask that question, and when somebody tries to reassure you, you know what I'm saying, to get everything on a good path, you can't take it because you're not comprehending. So your thing is to run. Let me get out of this. Let me say some bullshit and just get out of it instead of keep going with the conversation. You know,
I think I get what you're saying, but then, yeah.
It's like, it's crazy. It's like, okay, you brought this conversation on. Let's talk it out and let's keep pushing.
Yeah.
Not get defensive because there was something in there that you didn't like. You know, it's called.
I think that's all because we didn't really expect you to say that, or that answer.
It's them conversations. You still gotta have those conversations. You know, because okay, you mad now. We're done because you said some shit and you ran off, and I didn't chase you because look at the shit you just said. Like you come so defensive and you say some stuff, and you like, damn, can't believe the motherfucker just said this to me. You know, well, she done fucking, I'm done too, because you should never say that shit. You said that shit to start a bigger argument when we just could have kept going with our conversation. You know, then they get mad because you didn't chase them.
I feel like though that's seeking
Attention.
Seeking attention or seeking like security that you're not gonna get.
Yeah.
But somebody that's laid back, calm, that you can say anything
A
to.
female
While taking
in
their route.
general wants to be chased. They want that attention. They want that security. They want to know if something pops up, you're going to fight for them, you're going to chase them. But then there are also some females that take that to the extreme and do it every single time to see how far they can push you.
Because to a man, you don't have to do that.
No.
Yeah, you want that, you want this and that, you want me to chase you.
A man
but we should have
wants
never got to that point.
dinner, he wants his meal cooked, he wants his clothes clean. A female wants to be chased and reassured and loved. You want that same love and respect in your ways, and a female wants it in her ways. Some females just feel like they need to be chased at all points in their relationship.
I get that, but a lot of times it's unnecessary.
It is
You
to
Those
you,
girls
but it's
don't
not to me.
understand that.
You
Yeah.
do some unnecessary shit out here now. You ruined it because I'm still here talking and you running off.
Yeah.
You running off with it. So now I'm supposed to chase you now when you had no reason to run? It's crazy.
A lot of that though is because a female's already been through something in her past that's triggering her to like.
Yeah, that's true too. Because like,
and it's not fair to put it on the new person, but they don't know any better. Everything they've been through is trauma related, so that's all they know.
when you come into a relationship, that goes way back to what we just said fucking while ago of when you get to know someone and what trauma, what they have.
That is something that needs to be discussed early on, because if I know your fight or fight response is to run, I need to know that up front so I know how I can deal with that and if it's worth chasing you. Because if that's what you're going to do every time, then we need to cut ties now. Because I'm not.
That's the problem.
Don't be scared to have those conversations with that person that first time you see and talk to them too. If you meet them on Tinder, Facebook dating, bar, whatever you have, not like if you're at Midnight Rodeo and you're dancing in the fuck club and all that shit, obviously you're not going to want to have a conversation with them. But if you're having a conversation with them, those topics need to be brought up. I don't care if you were especially if you were sober, if you went through like a suicidal little situation.
To me, that is a general topic that needs to be brought up before we decide what we're doing.
Some people like to stay in that mode. It's like
Some
you can get to know a woman, you can get to know a chick, and okay, y'all are talking for months. You talking 5-6 months. Yeah, she told you about all her traumas and all the past, but at the same time, she's like, well, I've been single for 2 years, I've been healing, this and that. Okay, this person seems like they're working on themselves. So I can see myself going to the next level with them because they've had 2 years to, So as you doing this and that, you off and on for 2 years, same bullshit keep happening. So it's like you haven't healed at all.
No.
In general though, a female can't work on herself until she goes to therapy or until.
That's how
a female can't use that man as her therapist because that's what a lot of females do. And that's not fair to the situation because I can't always be your therapist when we have our own problems. We can't work through our own problems if I'm your therapist for your other problems.
Yeah.
I don't believe in therapists.
No.
I've been to therapy quite a bit.
And it just don't do
it doesn't because I've just never really I've never been able to really just conversate with someone and be able to tell the full truth to them. I've always been a writer. So, and
but
it's not helpful.
That's your form of therapy.
Yeah.
So, even then, you're doing something to help yourself. Even if you can't speak to somebody, you're working through your own feelings on paper.
And that's what I was about to say.
A lot of people can't do that.
Helping yourself and healing yourself if you don't do the
because
therapy.
I was real big.
And stuff like that.
That was Oscar's form of therapy.
That
was
mine.
this podcast.
And it helped.
Yeah.
I promise you it did. It helped. But people don't understand it.
A lot of people you can talk about all this and this, but you can't talk to me. But when I try to talk to you, you didn't want to understand it. So when I go to the world with it, now you feel some type of way.
Because we out public and doing everything else?
I got other people that can sit around with me and talk about it.
So let's go ahead and go on to that situation. So about the getting to know each other so y'all remember the first podcast I think I did with you guys?
Yeah.
I was sober back then.
Yep.
I had went on a lunch with someone. I paid for him, all that stuff.
Yep.
We were really good, buddies and stuff. So he even gave me a bed, because I had just moved into my house. I didn't have a bed to sleep on. I was sleeping on my couch. And my kids had beds, of course. I just didn't. He gave me a bed that he didn't use. Yeah. He gave me a bed that he didn't use for me to use. What an honest opinion from a guy's perspective, okay? Why would you do that for, a single mom if you really intentionally just didn't really like them? So, just wait. Hold on. Okay. There's more to that, though. Okay, so y'all continue, y'all go and eat lunches and stuff together. Y'all have just, talked to each other every once in a while. He went on a trip for a while for like 2-3 weeks. Didn't like see each other, whatever. Came back. We still ate lunch together. His birthday came up. I made him a shirt. He even got me flowers for Valentine's Day. Okay, then I thought about, okay, maybe I got him a shirt, so he really wanted to return the favor, make me feel special on Valentine's Day, because it was his birthday that day too. But why would a guy really just gradually, and he helped me pick up a table, my kitchen table from Paragould, helped me with the wrong directions and everything, like, because in my opinion, I kept saying sorry because I didn't want him to get irritated and stuff like that, because my past. And he was patient, and what was the most turn on in the situation about that, when we met the people, he got out first and like went up to them and like started talking to them. I was like, hey, you know, and then I was like, I have the money, and gave it to him. But like, he took charge in that situation
to make sure you were in a good situation.
Yeah, and it's like, why would a guy do that if they really intentionally didn't like them? And this person like did not. He's respectful. He came from a family that's grew up around like Catholicism and stuff like that. But he was never like he would always sit close to me and stuff like that, but he never like tried to ever make a move on me. He tried to kiss me and stuff like that. Yeah, and you know, when I brought that up, like, cause I've always been tried to like, people try to kiss me and stuff like that, and like, I find that cool and stuff like too, and he's the one that brought it to my attention of like, well, I don't really like that. Like, someone trying to kiss me and stuff on the first time they like me and stuff like that, and with him not trying to make that move on me, and he told me, like, he said, I don't want to kiss you or anything else because I don't know if like I'm ready to be with someone that has kids and stuff again, because it's something I've been through already.
Yeah.
And that's basically him not wanting to settle back down again. But why did you do all that stuff before?
It's because as a man, he sees a lot of ways. His mother, his sisters, you know what I'm saying?
So he wants you to be better for your kids.
Saw how good of a mother you were. Saw you were trying.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but to a female, if you're going to do all that for me, I feel like you care about me. And then for it to not
and
go
which I know
that
he did and stuff
saying,
like that.
I cared like she knew he did.
Yeah, but he didn't care in the way
I'm not ready for all that.
I thought, because of what we were going
through. I'm not ready for all that, but I still got you.
So, yeah, but a lot of times that hurts a female more. Don't show me you partially care, and then in the long run, I felt like I let my guard down. You were here for me. I needed you, and then now, I didn't even really like you like that.
Well, it's
that
not
hurts.
like I think that I needed him and stuff like that. I think it was all more of like I thought it would like
grow into something. You could
be able to lean on someone. And I think that's all part of like, I've only been in like 2 maybe serious relationships of just maybe when someone comes in like that and acts like masculine, and I let down the most little bit of feminine
for that
and
person.
I get and it's like,
now your guard's back to 100.
He saw the same stuff you saw though. He saw you as a good friend and all that. Okay, so picture this. We'd be having a whole different conversation.
And he's always supporting, like, from the fucking back of like buying my shirts and stuff like that from me.
So he still got you. And to this day, if you need to talk to him, he's still gonna talk to you. So this be a whole different conversation if he wasn't ready and still jumped in anyways and things went sideways. You know what I'm saying? Now he'd be a different person, kind of, if you're looking at him and like, man, he just fucked all this up. So he did everything the right way.
Yeah, but
I'm saying, I understand you got your guard down and all that. I'm saying you got your guard down, but I still got you. No, we're not together, but I still got you.
Yes, but I still feel
you're a good friend, good mother. I got you.
Stuff for lunch.
Yeah.
So
see? That means, like, if there was a time he ever got ready.
Yeah, but again,
she's not with anybody.
I see what you're saying, but I see it now. I see what you're saying. That's kind of what I needed to hear from a man's perspective.
Somebody along.
I mean, I get what you're saying too, but
that we met each other on a dating app, okay? And when I had my stuff going on too. We didn't say we were just talking to just one person and stuff, and we never just gave to say like, hey, we're just talking to this person. He came respected of that too. Like, he was open up his he was at my house like 1 o'clock in the morning. We just sitting there talking, okay? And he was texting them and then being open about it. So it's like, and not got a girl or anything else. It was one of his friends and stuff. But it's like, if he was sincere, but I know he was being sincere and stuff like that. And like what you said, he kind of just not holding me on, like holding on to me, but he's got to figure out his fucking shit first.
Like, he can have traumas too. So this is nice, but don't go there yet because you still got to fix the shit within yourself.
Yeah.
It could be that too.
And he doesn't want to string you along.
Yeah, nobody trying to string you along. If he was trying to do that, he would try to get them draws and still be in the same position he was in.
And
I say it's going on or nothing. You know what I'm saying? And just keep doing it and keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? So he's been playing right, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. And men, like, they like, they kind of know what you're going through too,
Yep.
and I know if they don't want to like be put
Especially
in
if
that
they were raised right.
situation.
If they
Yeah.
were raised like you said, he was raised. He sensed all that. You know,
I get that now.
he did all that too. That's one of the good dudes. You gonna break it down like that. It's one of the good dudes. A lot of dudes come around with the first thing on their mind. 'Cause like I said, if you're on the app, you looking at pictures. Damn, she bad. Now I want to hit it. So a lot of them coming out the gate like that. Let me do what I gotta do, say what I gotta say, get in it, and we go from there. So the first thing he said, get in it, then go from there. A lot of people like that, and it's crazy. Cause that's where I'm leading. That's where I'm leading you on. That's where I'm doing all this, doing all that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So just like there's women out here, I'm gonna say they so toxic that that's all they really looking for. It's another toxic situation. You know, they see the good dude. They see the good dude and be like, okay, nope. Let me go to him. Let me go to him because he on the same thing I'm on. I'm out here getting dudes. He out there getting women, and yeah, we gonna start having sex. But then shit, I'm gonna start stalking him because like, damn, you ain't supposed to be out here messing with the other women no more. Even though she out there messing with the other men, he just don't know. So it's crazy to go back and forth like that. People do that all day long. They come across a good one. They know he a good one, but then they're like, damn, I ain't ready for that good one yet. I want to give him a little bit to keep him hold on, but I ain't ready for him, so I'm gonna keep on doing my shit. That's out there too.
I think it's the whole relationships and the whole shit out there is so toxic that it's not. Some people are just not even worth it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not worth the Tinder. It's not worth the Facebook dating. It's not worth the whole this and this and that. I go to work all the time. I take care of my kids. I have side hustles. I do my business, but I really do not have time to waste on someone because I have other stuff that I'm going through that I can't get through myself, so I'm not going to try to bring someone in right now.
What I hate about these relationships these days is people want you to give up things and they don't want to give up nothing.
No, and you can't do that because
okay, delete these people off your Facebook because I feel like, you know what I'm saying, they're a threat to me. You know, oh, you got a podcast.
If you're in that situation in a relationship still, how old are you?
Exactly.
Because you cannot do that crap when you're 30 years old. Why do you?
But it's the same thing, you know what I'm saying? You giving up all this person ain't giving up nothing. Ooh, I want you to give up your podcast.
Bye, bitch. Because my baby daddy alone, when I go and try to do the podcast and stuff with you guys, you don't want to help me out on watching your son when I want to do my podcast because it's stupid. Well, one day when I actually do my own podcast and shit, I'm gonna have you talk. I'm gonna have mad shit talking about your fucking ass, and I'm gonna have that just like too, girl, on fucking the shit, and I'm gonna say one bad thing about you or one thing about you. It's gonna be on the headlines, and then we're all gonna be like, "Oh yeah, I said that about you."
Yeah, that's a lot of things I don't get about people. Like, yeah, you're venting. You know what I'm saying, you're getting it out, but it's even with this. There's a lot of times where we're discussing something, and it comes up. I don't even gotta bring it up. If it comes up and we talk about it, the shoe is always gonna fit to somebody that did you wrong.
Mm-hmm. It don't matter what's being said. It's always
and I'm like,
in your narrative, it fits you because of what you.
I got over 100 episodes. You know, if something in every one of them episodes, if the shoe fit on all that, when I wasn't even talking about you, that's something you need to work on within yourself. That's something you gotta work on within yourself. Nobody's always out there to talk about you. They're out there talking about the situation that's going on.
That we've been through. I am allowed to discuss what I've been through. I'm not criticizing. I'm not putting you down. Like out there, say, "Hey, go do this to that person because they went through that." No, I'm talking about me and what I've been through. And if you can't handle that, then you shouldn't have put me through that. Or you shouldn't have ran your mouth to make me feel that way.
But see, and that's a lot of cases too. With everything that we've been through, we could really throw names out there, but we don't do that.
I mean, I gotta practice on that crap. But I mean, you're right. We don't have to.
I could sit here and talk about everything I've been through.
Because I only get on here every so often. So it's like if I throw out names and stuff like that, who the fuck cares?
Exactly.
I don't have to watch what I say and stuff like that.
That's my right too.
Yeah.
If I want to throw a name on something, I can.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Well, I just ain't got to do that. Because if you're going through something, I can feel the same thing because I either went through it or whatever. So I can relate to it.
Yeah.
So whatever we're throwing out, other people can relate to everything that we're saying right now. You know? So it's for everybody. It's not just put out there for you to feel it. That's on you. It's done. We over it. I ain't got to worry about you no more. If you feeling something about whatever's been said, keep that within yourself. Because nobody's talking about you.
And don't waste people's time when it comes to relationships. y'all are on the same page and y'all can't lay out, if you cannot lay out of what you've been through and talk to that person, like, you're not ever going to be able to, then don't be in that situation with them. And I don't care, like, you should be able to tell them anything, really. And if you can't tell them anything or talk to them about anything, then you just can't be with them. You're going to have to really face that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but you are. And some shit is shady, some shit is not shady, and some people don't know how to say, I just can't do this with you. And some people just tag you, like, drag you along because they get bored, and the whole dating situation is just very, very immature.
Yeah.
So if you want to actually find someone and actually lie down and get married one day and actually do the whole thing, then you have to be ready to let go of a lot of stuff. You're going to have to learn how to let go of some of the ways that you think, how you learned, how you got raised, and actually put forward and leave, like, listening to how they got taught that way and stuff.
Yeah.
So.
If love and relationships to go back to how they was back in the day, you get a lot farther.
And if you are in a relationship with someone that has some kind of mental health or kind of bipolar, just whatever type of situations, be aware of that first, because that is most definitely a topic to talk about when you first are with someone, because if they don't talk to you about that in the first off and then months down the road and they bring that upon you, think that's all brand new, it's not. Mm-hmm. They've been like that, they just hid that pretty well from you. Mm-hmm. And if you're not ready, and some people aren't ready to have a person with that kind of stuff, like that responsibilities, and if you're not like able to take on those, not take on the responsibilities, but help that person with those responsibilities, and that's not for you. Because I'm sorry, but no one ever just gets rid of depression. No one ever just gets rid of anxiety, any of that stuff, because people have clinical depression that they live with daily and as kids and stuff like that. So you really have to be ready for that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's another reason why I say a lot of times you gotta
talk about it
and hold back on the sex part.
Yeah.
You fly.
Because you be having sex with someone that has schizophrenic, and then you come out to be like.
You come out with the sex. To me, that's what your relationship is about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, if you really want to know somebody, get to know them. That's all you got to do. Get to know them. So.
Because you lose part of you when you have physical sex with someone. Y'all are creating like some kind of like chemistry, energy, and stuff like that. So y'all exchanging something. Mm-hmm. And if you have traumas, you have fucking bad shit with you on your fucking like aura, or just behind you with all your bad shit, and you go and have sex with someone that's such a great person and so happy and shit like that, when y'all just exchange that shit, they're gonna leave out coming feeling like shit afterwards. Mm-hmm. Like, you really do give that shit to people. So, don't fucking do that shit.
It's rough out here. The whole dating scene over here is. I don't get a lot of it. I mean, you know, I brought up I was raised right, you know, so that's all I want. Is a good relationship. Good relationship. Should no relationship just be out here and be toxic 24/7.
No.
That, to me, that ain't a relationship. Not a good, healthy relationship. Mm-hmm. Till people figure that out and get to know their self and get to know the person they with, it ain't gonna work out.
No.
It's not gonna work.
And you're doing it over and over and over again because you think that person's gonna be more naive or just whatever. That's not the case either, because if you go in one relationship and it falls apart because you didn't express something, you go to the next one and you didn't express it again, it's gonna crumble again. Mm-hmm. So until you take care of your problems and your issues first, it's gonna come about, whether it's a year, 6 months, 2 months, it doesn't matter. You can hide it, but it's still gonna come out eventually, no matter what.
That's why you can't go in a relationship and be like, well, this person didn't put up with that, the next one's going to. Yeah, for how long?
Yep. Because I'm not going to. I'm not going to at all.
I mean, it's all basically been said.
True.
I think so.
Yeah. That's something that we can go on and on forever about.
Yeah. For sure, especially relationships.
Just you know what I'm saying, the relationships alone, man. That's how crazy it's gotten. Back then it wasn't like this.
No.
I guarantee you.
I mean, just in the matter of like 2-3 years, dating life and shit has changed. So I can only
Social
imagine
media.
how differently it's going to change the next year and stuff like that. So
The way it is now, to where we looking to go into, it's gonna be bad.
the world's going to end in 2027. So
It's gonna be bad. It ain't gonna be right at all. It goes from us down to the kids.
and that's one thing with the kids. We're not going to have that. They're going to learn how to actually put forward into knowing what's not to deal with and what's not to deal with, because I don't want my daughter to go through what I went through, and I sure the hell don't want my sons to go through what I've seen guys go through.
I don't think I'm gonna have to worry about that too much. You know, that's why like my kids seen a lot the last few years. I had one time where my kid came to me and was like, you know, I care about your happiness, but I seen how things are going. Can you do something for me and not go back this route? Okay. I got
So
you.
yeah,
I
I'm
promise.
lucky. I haven't got to
So-
that situation.
So to see my kid know that and do that and talk to me about it like that, so I'm like, yeah, I know she ain't gonna have much of a problem, you know. So and she sees stuff, you know, so she can shake her head all day, and I'm like, yeah, for you to notice that already, okay. So I think we off to a pretty good start. So just keep it like that. but there you have it. That's one for a relationship. Will be plenty more because it's never ending.
Never ending.
So, but until next time, yeah.
Catch you later.